Okay, so slight change of plan. Originally, I thought I was going to put the solar charger right over here, but to screw the solar charger onto this panel right here, I can do the top one because I have room over here, but to do the two screws on the bottom, I'm not going to have any room with this. And then to work in there and try to look at it and try to put all the cables in there, it's going to be pretty hard. So what I did, I cut a piece of wood that's going to go right over here. I'll go and show you that, and I'm going to put the solar charger right over here facing me. It'll be much easier to fit all the wires in there and do all the work that I need to do. First step was to put in this piece of poplar. It's 1.5 by 3/4, I believe. I had to go all the way across because I only have one attachment point over here and one attachment point right there. That's why I had to go all the way across. And now I'm going to put the piece of wood that I cut right over here. Wow, cut myself, well, scraped myself with a drill bit. Ouch. I clean all this sawdust. Yep, it's square now. There you go. I got 6 inches on the bottom, 6 inches on top. On the sides just need about 1 inch. So put it right here like that, and it's going to be perfect. Alright, all accomplished. As you can see up there, I have a little hole right there. That's the top hole where the solar charger will attach to. And then I gotta, once I have it attached to that, then I'll put in maybe 2 or 4 more screws at the bottom. I do lose, if you can see back there, I do lose a little bit of space back there, probably 4 inches at the bottom, because the wall is curved, not straight. But those 4 inches that I lose at the bottom, I think I gain by having the charge controller standing right over here, facing me, nice and level, and or at least square with everything here. I think that's a much better position. That's the position that originally I had in my mind, but then I thought maybe I could use this wall here, but that just wouldn't work. So that's going to work a lot better. Alright, so this is the bottom part of the TriStar charge controller. They don't tell you, for somebody like me that never does this stuff, you know, trying to figure out how to remove these things, these knockouts, it's really mind-boggling. And they don't tell you how to remove this, and I tried a little bit, as you can see there, with the main part attached to this, and I just couldn't do it. So I figured, you know, I'll have to remove all these screws, these bolts, whatever you call them, right here, and take this apart. And that's what I did, and now it's much easier. Alright, so basically all I'm doing is hitting it, and once I hit it, it pops out very easily. Okay, there's a couple welds in there. You hit it on one of those welds and it comes out very nice. One thing I got at Lowe's was these plastic connectors for the knockouts. Okay, they go on the inside like this and snap right in like that. Also, I got these metal ones. These will tighten the cable, hold it tight, so I'm not sure which one would be more ideal. So right now I'm going with these plastic connectors. One thing I'm foreseeing right away is that that thing is so tight. I guess it's supposed to hold the cable tight, but I don't know if my cable will fit in there, or if some of the cables will be too thin. So I mean, if it doesn't work, I can squeeze them together and take this out and put this metal one in. Alright, I got my charge controller. I got one screw up there. Okay, and I already pre-drilled 4 holes, and now I'm going to put 4 screws in there, and then I'm going to tighten that one up, and it's going to be nice and secure. And then I'm going to start figuring this stuff out little by little. Okay, over here I got the fuse box, which they call the baby box. Okay, comes with these 2 pieces. They slide together like this. Okay, this one has this opening here to receive the fuse, the breaker itself. It goes like that. It had an opening just big enough for one, and I took a couple of pieces out. It's very easy, just put a screwdriver in there, twist, and it breaks off. Okay, these go on the back here. They just slide just like that. Okay, and then they go like this. Now these breakers, the 30 amp breaker is to go from the solar panel, the charge controller, to the battery, and the 15 amp breaker is from the solar panel to the charge controller. So the cable goes from the solar panel to the breaker, from the breaker to the charge controller to the 30 amp breaker, 30 amp breaker to the battery. Now I got more of these knockouts, and these knockouts are a real pain. So I gotta, don't think I can get them out like this. I don't want to bend, I don't want to break this box. No. Okay, so I'm going to hit it with a hammer like I did the other one. So actually I didn't have to hit it with a hammer, just with the screwdriver going back and forth. It's enough to start breaking it off. So that's all I need. Oh, don't laugh. It's obviously not my car. But I gotta go back to Lowe's again, second time in a couple of hours, because I need those protector thingies for these knockout holes. This hole is much bigger than the other ones from the solar charger, and I completely forgot that I had these things. Alright, so I got these cable holders so that the cable doesn't get caught in this sharp metal edge. Okay, they go like this, and then you tighten this nut on the inside like that, and I got these insulating bushings, okay, and that supposedly will go on the inside like that. Tighten that up this way. When the cable comes through, it's going to touch this plastic and not the metal. So I got to tighten this. I got to get this screwdriver, and I'm going to get my hammer, and I'm going to hit this right there and tighten it really well. Okay, so before I install the fuse box, which will be right over here, and this box where all my connections will go from, or go to, like all my lights, everything that I have, that I'll have running, lights, refrigerator, everything will come to this box with fuses here. But I got to install the box here, and I got to install the other fuse panel with the two boxes, so I can install the wire from the solar panel to the charge controller and then to the battery. Alright, so I got another piece of poplar over here and another one on the bottom, so that the plywood can go against this one and attach to it, and then attach to this one over here, and then it dies down right over here against the curvature of the wall. Okay, now I have the piece of plywood attached to the poplar pieces. Doesn't look like much, but it makes a big difference, because now this is not necessarily level because the van isn't level, but it's square with a shelf here, just like this one here is also square. And the solar charger, they say on the instructions to use a level and to make sure it's plumb and all that, but you can't do that in a RV, or in my case the van. So what I did was I squared it with the side, because the side is square from the floor. So I squared it with the side, and it's good enough, because the van is always level most of the time. So last night I was thinking about it, looking at this panel that I made, and as you can see, that's what I had before, and I replaced it with this one. I realized I had like about 1 3/4 inches more I could go up until I touched the wall here. So now it's really snug, really tight, and I have more space to put in my fuse box. So now it's gonna look better. Alright, here's another look behind the scenes. You see these cables here, they're coming straight down from the roof and from the solar panel. And before, I had these points attached directly to this piece of plywood. But what was doing was these cables were bending backwards a little bit, and then I didn't like the way it looked. So what I decided was just very simple. I put this piece of poplar behind here, okay, and then I attach this to it, and now as you can see, these cables are coming straight down. They're not bending at all, and the only bend is over here where I attach them to this panel, secure them here. So they're secured here and they're secured here, and I'll retighten these up because my screwdriver doesn't quite fit, my drill doesn't quite fit in there, so I'll have to get a small screwdriver to tighten those up. Okay, I feel like I'm making a little bit of progress here. I got my cable, the positive, going around this way. I'm giving a little bit of extra cable just in case. So I made a little bit of a loop here, going up there, coming down here, and now I have to connect the cable to the breaker box, and it needs to go from underneath where the plus, if you can see right there, there's plus signs. That's where this cable needs to go in, coming from the solar panel, and then comes out this way, and then from that way goes to the solar charger, and then we'll deal with the negative cable. This is the positive. I checked and double checked and triple checked, and I think I've checked like 5 or 6 times, making sure that this cable is the positive. So let's connect these things up. These cable holder protector, so it doesn't, so the cable doesn't get